everyone, it's Nancy, and today we're going to do the Let's Create Collage and Amy's 50 Stack Challenge 6, her prompts. So I knew this was going to come up sooner or later. You know how we started out with collages before she started her prompts, and I did say that we might take prompts and go back and add them to an already done collage page. So that's what I'm going to do because she was kind enough to give everyone freebies for this week's prompts, which was beach and mask. And when I looked at the mask ones, I thought, ooh, those are going to look good on one of our previous collage pages. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to, we did orange for number 8, and mask prompt number 16 is going to go real easy and nice on there. So I ripped out 2 of the beautiful images that she gave us, and look how nice they're going to go on the orange page. So I knew sooner or later we would go back to one of our original collages because they would work that way, and this one is. So I know it's easy, but we've already done the collage. Now you're just adding the prompts to satisfy prompt number 16. So that's what I'm going to do for this one. Of course, you can, make another orange page if you want. If you've, I think some people were using the collage pages for ephemeras and tags and that, and therefore, you could make a new orange collage page for this. But I did think that we were going to eventually go back to these sooner or later. And I know it makes it easy, but that was the purpose, for me at least, that was the purpose of making the collage pages, with the intention of combining them with Amy's prompts. So this one is going to be pretty easy. And then we're going to do the other prompt. We will make a page. So this one, I love how this looks, and it might not always work that way, but I think this is going to work for me this way. So I hope, you will go back to your collages if you have them in a book like this. So I just think that's perfect, really. So that was prompt number 16, mask, and I went and used number 8, collage, which was orange, and to me that looks really pretty on there. Now another color, and I don't know if it was Nan or Nancy or somebody gave me the suggestion of light blue, and I do have some other suggestions, but being that number 15 was beach, it was perfect to do light blue. So we have this blue, but we don't have a light blue. So I thought we could do, and we have denim blue, like navy blue. So this one for sure. So once again, it's going to be a little different because Amy did give us some beautiful images, two pages. She gave us 2 freebies. And so I tore around a couple here, these 2 here, this gal on the beach and this beautiful piece here. This I had from a Daphne's Diary magazine, okay? And I have not forgot about making that video about how I go through a Daphne Diaries. That is coming up probably when I finish the Faye Journal in a couple videos. So I have this from a Daphne Diary magazine. These are Amy's freebies. This was also from Daphne's Diary in a border, so I cut out some shells. And then this is a piece of light wood, kind of, it's kind of like a beech wood type thing. So these are big images with the accent of shells. So I'm not worried about the background. I was going to use this as the background and arrange the images on here. And that would be our light blue, because there's light blue in everything. Even the shells are light blue. And then it's going to satisfy the prompt of beach. So I'm going to use this, but if you don't have something like this, you can definitely, just kind of do a background, but these images are big, so you don't need a lot of background because the images are big. So I'm just going to take some of this off because I realized I didn't have a very nice edge. So yeah, sometimes they're going to be easy and sometimes they're going to be hard, but I think that's what I like about this challenge, is because some weeks I'm really struggling to find the colors, and some weeks it goes really nice together. And I think this is going to be a pretty page. I really do. So think of your digitals. If you don't have a magazine to go through, think of your digitals. You might have something like a beachy background for a digital, like sand. Okay, and then I will just probably, let's see, I could rip some of this off here. So it's, yeah, they're kind of, this week is going to be a little different, a little easy. So I'm just going to cover this whole page with this pretty background here. I am going to take my glue stick and run it all over this page. So I hope you're doing well. Ugh, the snow melted yesterday, finally. I was hoping it wouldn't stick around long. It was a miserable day on Sunday. It was just, and I'm sure we all got part of that weather wherever we were. Some of us got it sooner than others. Some of us got it harder than others. Ugh, really. Oh, beach sounds really good to me right now, I have to tell you. Yeah. Sometimes I put on the ocean wave sounds just to hear the beach, right? Unless you live by the beach, then you already have that. So I'm going to just put this in here, and I'm not worried about the edges. I can always glue them and trim them, which I will. I will trim the edges there, but I like that. And then I already pre-tore around these images, and I'm not going to ink. I don't think I'm going to ink them. But I wanted to put, I think this one like somewhere here, this one down here, and this one kind of here to make a little collage, and then accent it with the shells, the blue shells. That's what I was thinking of doing here. I mean, I could ink the edges. It might look nice. I have a little bit of ink. I might go with the sand color. Yeah, it'll make them stand out a little more. So see, you'll see how I look through the magazines for stuff like this. This is another example, and these shells were on a border of a page. Another example, oh, I'm missing a shell. No, it's there, okay. How you can, zone in on things on a page. And I just love it. Because it is an expensive magazine, and I feel like I'm getting my money's worth of using it for so many different projects too. And you'll see how I take the covers and make them into something, and pages, and I really do a good job of dissecting most of the magazines, and some I just kind of leave and go through them when I need something. Okay, so just going to kind of lay it out here, and I think it's going to be a pretty page. So I am going to put that there. This here, I could just take a little bit off the top, I think. Just a little bit. Like that. Make it a little shorter. And I think that's going to look good, yeah. Because I do want to see some of the background. So I'm going to start putting these down. And this is a nice little theme to be looking at right now with our weather the way it is. And thank you again, Amy, for the beautiful images. Perfect. She always gives us such beautiful things, doesn't she? Some beautiful freebies all the time. And then this one. Yeah, so it's an easy week this week. But like I said, if you want to leave your collage from the 8th week alone and make a new one, or you already used it up, make another orange background for the mask images. No rules, just have fun, right? Okay, how does that look? And then I want to glue those shells on. Whoops. I have these shells here that I cut out from the magazine as well. And I thought I would kind of layer them. And I think that kind of really adds something nice. And this was just on a border of a page. So you've got to just have that eye when you sit down looking through a magazine. I'll show you what to look for and what to pick up on. And see, I think those look really nice. Just kind of added, instead of 3 images, it just kind of adds something. And I can put these actually on a page even. Or I think I'll do them here maybe. Or maybe, see, these were like a half a one, so I might be able to just, maybe I'll put them here. I don't know. Or this way. Like that. Maybe I'll just do that one there. Like that. There. And I think I won't need this one. I think I'll just keep that one, keep it simple. Really, that's kind of it. I know it's a short video, but we've accomplished. So this is collage number 20. It's our 20th one, light blue, and also prompt number 15, beach. And then number 16 was mask. And I went back and used my number 8 collage, which was orange, and put these 2 images on there. And I'm happy with that. Because I do plan on keeping these in this book as just to look back and see what I've done. I'm not cutting mine up, but that's just what I'm doing. So I know it's a short video, but it got the job done. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you think about, something you want to do for your collages and your prompts. So thank you, Amy, again for the wonderful images, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Thank you. Bye.